Hey guys, what's up? It's Castle the Perfect here once again. First of all, I have to tell you guys that I have the flu, so therefore my voice sounds way different, and it is really annoying me. But for today's upload, I've got you a Wi-Fi battle match against Vacciani, which is going to be a random person. I think I have Emma's friend in my friends list, but I was just asking for Wi-Fi battles, and he was the first one to challenge me, so let's go ahead and get started. He has 3 possible Megas, by the way, as you could see at the very beginning of this video. He's got a Tyranitar, Gengar, and Gardevoir, which are the 3 of them are possible Mega evolutions, and I really have to work around them because they seem to be a really troublesome trio, and not to mention that his team is based around the sand, which is also very interesting and intriguing because I am using a Rain Dance team. So anyways, I'm going to start off with my Politoed, and he's going to start off with this Greninja. He's gonna go for the U-turn straight away. I did anticipate this and went for the straight Focus Blast, and I know his Tyranitar was going to be sent out here to change the weather, and I was so happy at this point because one Focus Blast is absolutely going to demolish this guy. But guess what? I missed my attack, and that is really unfortunate because had I hit this Tyranitar at this point, it would have been way different, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to switch out into my Dusclops here, and he's going to switch as well. So we're actually going to pull a double switch. One thing that is awesome about Dusclops is that he always refills the held item of the opponent that I'm facing, which is totally awesome. I see that his Tyranitar has leftovers, therefore his Tyranitar is not going to be his Mega Evolution, which is great. So he's going to send out his Gardevoir, which is totally fine by me as well. He's going to switch one more time because it seems like it doesn't have the type advantage, and I am definitely don't want to stay in here, so I'm gonna switch one more time. And we're playing mind games all the time here, so we have to switch 2 times consecutively at the same time, according to the typings that we have to face each time that we switched out. So this time I seem to have the upper hand as I send out my Metagross against his Tyranitar. I go for the Helmet Arm. Somehow I think he thought I would switch out or something, predicting another switch, but this time I just went for the straight Helmet Arm, take him right out. So there is no Tyranitar anymore. He's gonna bring out his Excadrill, which, by the way, it totally facepalm right here, guys. It was a really stupid move on my part. I did thought that I could sponge one Earthquake, but then again I forgot that Sand Force is something that Excadrill is possible of having, and that is actually a ability that allows you to have a 33% boost on attack, on ground type attack, steel type attack, and rock type attack. So therefore that super effective Earthquake was more than enough to take my Metagross out, and that is really unfortunate because I could have used my Metagross later on in this game way more efficiently than I did this time. So he's gonna bring out his Gardevoir. Actually, he's going to switch into his Gardevoir as soon as I brought out my Politoed, obviously because he don't want to get Scald. Unfortunately, the Scald here, it does a lot of damage to the Gardevoir, but I get to get a burn, and I didn't really want it to get a burn at this point. Because of the synchronized ability of Gardevoir, so my Politoed is burned as well, which is not a good thing. I'm going to switch out into my Dusclops, basically predicting the Thunderbolt, because usually these kind of Pokemons have Thunderbolt, they usually run that. I'm going to send out my Dusclops. It's going to go for the Moonblast. It's still going to do a lot of damage considering the fact that it's tapped and all. A little bit of burn damage on that Gardevoir, which is great. Another Moonblast to be sponged. And especially special defense, or actually special attack drops, totally doesn't matter here because I'm not using my special attack nor my physical attacks. I'm using Nightshade, which is basically a move that does the amount of levels that you have. So in this case, 50, level 50, you know, 50 damage, so that's great. I take his Gardevoir out, and here comes the Nightmare, the biggest and most problematic Pokemon of this entire game. He's gonna bring out his Gengar. Now, he's gonna go for the Shadow Ball. He's gonna take me right out. I should have switched out, obviously, because I don't even know why I actually stayed in. Oh yeah, I remember, because there's nothing on my team that can take his Shadow Ball just like that from this Mega-Gengar. So I'm gonna bring out my Kingdra at this point. I am still in the rain. I should have gone for the Dragon Dance at this point. I knew he was going to switch out because he doesn't seem to want to take that waterfall, you know, boosted by the rain and also stabbed, coming from a Kingdra. So yeah, really bad play on my part right there. Should have gone for the Dragon Dance, but instead I go for the waterfall. I ended up hitting his Scolipede for some amazing damage. I almost took him out, which was great. So He's going to go for the Protect to get that speed boost and be able to outspeed me. Then he's going to proceed to go for that Mega Horn and do a lot of damage, about 70%. That's a lot of damage, but I'm still going to be able to take him down with a Waterfall, so that's great. He only has 3 Pokemons left, which is gonna be his Gengar, Excadrill, and Greninja. But honestly though, the Shadow Tag on Gengar is so amazingly useful that I just couldn't switch out right there, and it meant so much to me at this point, because had I just, you know, kept my Kingdra around a little bit longer, I would have been able to do a lot more. Not to mention that if I had my Metagross left, I could have gone for the Bullet Punch and deal some damage, to the point where I could have killed this Gengar, because as you can see right now, I'm going to be able to sponge a Shadow Ball, go for the Skull, bring him down to red health, and at this point I'm like, why don't I get the burn right now, man? That could have saved my life, but it didn't happen, and that really sucks. So he's going to take me right out with a Shadow Ball, Mega-Gengar hanging on there with red health, and you know, doing some amazing work. This Pokemon is absolutely too powerful. And for those of you who actually didn't know, Mega-Gengar has been banned, I think since yesterday by Smogon. So this Pokemon is just like Speed Boost Blaziken. They are both banned because Shadow Attack is way too good. And yeah, that's you know, that's going to be cool. I'm not gonna be worried about you know, Mega-Gengars anymore. So I'm going to bring out my Reuniclus. I'm gonna sponge a Shadow Ball, which is very lucky on my part. I actually live with like red health, and I drop the Thunder on that Mega-Gengar, and he's gonna go out, and that is great. So he has 2 Pokemons left, Excadrill and Greninja, and this game is actually coming to a close. I'm going to go for the Psychic here. I don't have any other move other than Thunder, Psychic. So yeah, I just went for the most powerful attack that I could use against the Excadrill. He's gonna take me right out with an Earthquake. Really unfortunate. I only have 1 Pokemon left, which is, you know, pretty shameful. I've got my Ampharos left, which is going to go for obviously the Mega Evolution at this point. You know, I should have used this Ampharos way more efficiently in this game. I think that using Ampharos against this Gengar would have been way better from the very beginning, you know, because, you know, I would have been able to do a lot more damage than I actually was able to do with this thing. So I'm gonna go for the Cotton Guard, which is gonna boost my defense by 2 stages. So I've got a +2 defense. It's gonna go for the Earthquake, still gonna do a lot of damage. I'm going to go for the Dragon Pulse, and this Dragon Pulse is actually not going to do jack shit, and that is really unfortunate, because his Excadrill is actually going to seal the victory at this point. The dimensions, you know, return to normal, so he's gonna be able to attack me twice, seeing as how I was faster than him on the previous turns because the Trick Room was up. Really good game there, Vacciani. Really interesting. The game ended up being 2-0. You know, it was really interesting because now I get to see what my weaknesses are and what I can do better in the next game. So everybody, thank you very much for all the support. All the new subscribers, thank you very much. Guys, comment, rate, and subscribe. Keep up the support, and follow me on Twitter and add me on Facebook. All the links will be down in the description. And other than that, I'll see you guys next time.